Hi, hello, beautiful beings, and thank you so much for being here with me today. So, how are you? Because lately I've been feeling tired. I've had no motivation to do anything whatsoever. I guess it's this energy of the eclipses, or maybe the time change. I don't know. So, how is it for you? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. So, in today's video, I want to touch upon the topic of an inner child. And if you're interested in self-development, self-growth, spirituality, you've probably heard this term, inner child. So, what is it? It's the sum of your experiences and your beliefs that you've accumulated in your childhood as a result of your relationship with your parents or the people that raised you. So, how can you identify it? Because it isn't so visible at first, it's more subconscious, and your inner child is activated in the situations that you've experienced as a child, when you feel the same as you felt in certain situations when you were a child. So, for example, it has to do with your uncertainties, with your doubts, and with your fears. Okay, so the first step in healing your inner child, because healing your inner child is important in your self-growth journey. So the first step is recognizing those patterns. So next time when you feel uncertain, when you feel a doubt or a fear, ask yourself, why do you feel it? Because maybe it comes from your childhood. So I am going to give you some examples from my life. So, for example, I've identified that I've got this need to clean everything, to have a clean and clear space. Because when I was a child, I always wanted to be praised for having a clean room, and I've wanted this appreciation and this love from my parents, and that's why even now I've got this need to clean, because I guess I feel somehow subconsciously that I am going to be loved because I have a clear space. So ask yourself, do you have anything like that? Like you have this subconscious need to do something, but it doesn't make sense logically. So that's the first step. It's identifying the things in your life that maybe are somehow difficult to deal with and maybe don't make sense, because they may come from your childhood. Also, always making sure that I eat everything on my plate, or excuse me, or getting good grades. And I guess I kind of developed this pleasing mentality because I felt as a child that if I'm going to be good, if I'm going to be polite and have a good grades, have a clear room, that I am going to be loved. Also, not being heard, not feeling worthy, not feeling able, the feeling that I can't do it. I've thought about it, and now I know that it comes from my childhood and that it's not mine really, and that I don't want to take it with me into my adulthood, into the next chapter of my life. So I want to heal it. I want to get rid of any beliefs, any experiences that I've had that are not serving me. And actually, it's a good time for working on your inner child, because we're into Scorpio season and it's all about going deep, going within, and asking yourself, what doesn't serve me? What do I need to let go of? What has to die in me to make space? Okay? So the first thing to do is to realize that you have an inner child, that there's some part of you that is hurting, and that every time that something stressful or fearful happens in your life, that this inner child is then activated and you are not controlling it. So try to work with it and try to control it. Try to think about the things you feel and why do you feel them, really? Because sometimes it comes from your childhood and it doesn't make sense to repeat those old patterns because they are no longer serving you. And it's important to heal, to release the old wounds, to release the old beliefs, to make space for the new you, for the better you. Because when you heal this old stuff, you are going to feel much better now. You are going to feel like you have like you have more control over your life, over your emotions, over yourself, right? So try to catch yourself on acting on those old patterns. So maybe next time when you react to something, ask yourself, is it really necessary? And why have you reacted like that? Because maybe your inner child was hurt in this moment, and the first step in changing it is recognizing the pattern. Also, if we start to heal our inner child, it's also important to forgive our parents, because when I first started to think about all the things that I got from my childhood, all the ways in which I feel that I'm not good enough, that I am not able to do something on my own, and all those weird little things that I feel I need to do to be loved, I felt resentment and I felt bad about my parents. And it's important to know and to accept the fact that your parents are also people and they are making mistakes, and they probably didn't hear about the concept of an inner child, and they also have it, and they may be not healed to maybe they weren't ready to have a child, and maybe they just didn't know that they are doing something bad to you, because probably your parents were doing everything to make your life good. So try to understand that no parent is perfect, no person is perfect, that we are all making mistakes, and try to have this love, this unconditional love for your parents and to understand that they were doing the best they could, and try to forgive them. Try to forgive yourself for repeating those patterns. Try to heal them and release them. Obviously, if you want to do it, because it has to come from you. So, there's everything that I wanted to tell you. If you want to know more about the concept of an inner child, I'm sure there's lots of books, lots of material out there in the internet, so check it out. Look for more information if you're interested on that, because it's a really interesting concept, and it really helped me to see myself a different way and see my parents a different way. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this video. Sorry for my stress, I hope it doesn't affect you so much, but my intentions were good. I just wanted to share that information with you. So if it resonates, make sure to like and subscribe. I wish you all the best and see you in my next video.